Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into your daily read. We're going to talk about Monday, January 9th, 2023. I do want to thank you so much for your amazing presence, for joining me for this reading. Do keep in mind, of course, as always, this is general for the day for all 12 signs. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. But as you can see, we have several energy oracles pre-pulled for this specific day. They're saying this day means a lot. This day feels like a lot. Don't be surprised when the day entails, we have a couple negative cards, okay? Focus on any anxiety coming to be, kind of lingering from the previous days, potentially somebody else's energy or a situation affecting you in that sense, in that manner. But there's also a bit of a focus at a certain point, if not several, on any financial constraints or limitations at this time. And Spirit's saying, so what are we going to do about it? Okay, do we need to minimize our overspending or frivolous spending? Do we need to, or do we need to acquire a new opportunity, okay, or pick up extra hours, but also finding the balance in it all? Okay, these may be intertwined to an extent, but let's put these to the side. This Monday needs to highlight as well your need for rest and rejuvenation, feeling like you have been going through a lot. I feel like some of which there's a bit of a focus on resting and replenishing. You could be recovering from working out, from strenuous activities or tasks from the previous days or from this day in general. I do feel like naturally with this imagery, Spirit's going to speak to you regarding something important when you meditate, if you so choose. But these being the three main ones right here: blossoming abundance, if I could even say it, the thinking woman, and victory. Okay, whatever you are contemplating, thinking about taking on, achieving, producing, developing throughout this day, there's victory to be acquired. There's abundance to be noticed, all right, to be acknowledged. But I feel like you're thinking about how something's transforming. When somebody's not around, you feel better. There's also a focus on that. Let's center these just a little bit better. And then let's pull from the Gilded deck. Money will be on your mind. That's just a fact throughout this day. I mean, you're going to be doing a lot of thinking, a focus on your mind to that extent. But then don't be surprised when you do think about somebody from your past. For whatever reason, this could be a spiritual push. I just heard I can't breathe and now I'm better. Interesting. So I really do feel like being drawn to this reading, there's the true potential that energy is going to affect you throughout this day. Period. All right, period. But I also feel like a spirit is not there to help you, right? It's not joining you to help you or sticking with you to help you. So just keep that in mind, but don't overthink it. We have the Queen of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Six of Cups. Naturally, thoughts of the past in general, past levels of abundance you acquired. Spirit saying for a hot second, okay, don't be surprised if you see butterflies throughout this day as a communication from Spirit, but we need you to think back to a change and how it has benefited you. Even if there are some true levels of struggle within that change or due to it, not everything is meant to be, nothing's meant to be perfect, okay? But the Ace of Cups, because I truly feel like there's a focus on, one, your third eye being opening, you knowing the truth, okay, being honest with oneself all the meanwhile. What do I need? What do I need less of? What could I be minimalizing at this time to feel healthier? And what do I need throughout this specific day? But I do feel like there's a vibe where you want to keep swimming, right? You want to keep moving, accomplishing. The victory feels contagious or just addicting, right? That abundance feels a bit addicting as things grow and develop and prosper for oneself. Okay, I just heard you might shock oneself by wanting to stop quite randomly. But I feel like this is the act of a spirit, okay? As random as this reading sounds, it's accurate. I just feel like what you think about will stem from a level of passion and or concern, period, all right? But purposefulness wrapped up into it all. The number 3, if you look up the spiritual meaning, there's a message, if not several, for you. Don't speak your mind at every point throughout the day when something comes to be within your mind. It feels like there's just some mulling over some slight bit of confusion wrapped up into what you're thinking about, right? Why did this happen the way it did? Why do I feel the way I feel? Why did things just shift energy-wise? I just feel like I can't stop my mind from racing throughout this day. I just heard life is a whirlwind. Life is a whirlwind. And this day highlights that. I mean, I feel like there's also a focus on the fact that you go through more than people think or more than meets the eye. But your eye, your third eye, that takes such a highlight, okay? What are you seeing throughout this day? What have you seen that you need to remember? What has Spirit been trying to show you time and time again? For some of which there is a bit of a focus on a reoccurring lesson that one, if not multiple spirits are trying to convey to you to, there's like, we need it to sink in and stay there, okay? We need you to keep your foresight quite clear on what's at hand and what you truly need to know and accomplish moving forward. I just feel like you have a level of great importance as a soul being drawn to this specific daily read, regardless of how much you slip up, right? Focus on your voice, regardless of how much you are messed with spiritually or energy affects you or how rough your past has been up until this point. You have great importance, and this is going to lead you to true levels of victory and abundance, regardless of how much you overthink or just try to get in one's way or other people try to get in your way, including spirits. It just feels like you're more protected than it feels at times, and this day also highlights that. There's a sense that you feel incomplete in certain ways. Why is that? Are you missing the perfect connection? Are you missing the perfect level of success for your business or for your job, or that perfect opportunity? Do you feel like you need more friendship in your life? Is it more just to do with your view on one's life, on oneself in general, right? Is it tying into certain insecurities? We're going to highlight this incomplete feeling at a certain point, not to make it worse, not to make you feel bad, but to highlight the fact that there's room for improvement, okay? There's room for your view, your perspective on things to change, and you need to allow for oneself to recognize that you will feel complete at a certain point moving forward, but you can't wait around for that to happen, okay? Very interesting reading. The Knight of Wands, it did come out in reverse, but I feel like it's a reminder that there are certain factors within you, outside of you, that will alter your level of passion or your level of motivation at times throughout this day, but don't be surprised if there's a big shift at a certain point, if not a few points. Or a couple where you go from a lack of motivation to just wanting to get something done, right? Or just that motivation, that passion just is ignited. Okay, we need you to figure out why that is, and that way you can have a new sense of control when it comes to that moving forward. There is a feeling that you just need to catch your breath at a certain point, if not multiple, throughout this day. I mean, you're feeling quite burnt out. Spirit's saying, why are you feeling a bit defensive at certain points recently? There is a feeling that some of the messages you receive from Spirit throughout this day, some of the downloads, even intuitive hits, I want to say, quite random. And sometimes we don't need to fully understand them or understand them at all, right? To mull over a useless message or just a message of randomness is going to take up time and space throughout your day, where I feel like there's other matters to be focused upon, okay? I really do sense that you are somebody who deals with certain levels of stress, chaos, right? Headaches even, I want to say. Dehydration taking a focus at a certain point. Drink more water, okay? Your dreams will tell you the truth is what I'm hearing. The spiritual meaning of a horse, okay? It's like, I want freedom from the stress. I want freedom from the heaviness of certain people's energy. I want the freedom of getting this accomplished and just being done with it, even if it feels good at certain points when I'm doing it. Or, do you see what I'm saying? Bear with me. I just feel like somebody's making you a bit uptight or a bit nervous, and you need to recognize that, okay? Even if you're not somebody to be truly affected by energy usually. Your connection to nature, take a stroll. You need to take a stroll if Mother Nature allows it. Blossom through it all, and then just take a deep breath. Take a deep breath, okay? We get it's not easy. We get that you're going through a lot at this time. I get that your mind is powerful, but just won't stop at certain points. And then a spirit, if not multiple, will speak through your thoughts and that on top of it all, right? It's overwhelming. Trust me, I get it. But Spirit's saying you're golden in what you accomplish throughout this day, and that needs to take a highlight. Where you're victorious, you need to recognize that you are powerful in that sense, right? You're important, once again, of great importance, but you need to have patience. There needs to be balance implemented throughout this day, and you need to recognize that you're loved, and there's some important choices moving forward that will change your life forever. Once again, you are truly important, all right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your Monday, and I'll see you next time.